Welcome back to this week's Weekly Waffle. You are rejoining us halfway through Thursday.
There it is.
There it is. Right, I'm about to teach my mother how to make a sock buddy. Those of you who've been around my channel for a long time will remember I made these during lockdown. In fact, there is a video of how to make one, which I will link below. My mother wanted to make a gift for a friend's children, and I said you could try making one of these. I am not one of nature's natural teachers. So what I think we'll do is we'll check back in about half an hour so that you can see if I've killed her or not. Because there's a reason I don't teach people to do things. It's because I'm very, very short of temper and I can't understand when people can't understand what I'm doing. I never said people are thick, but if the cat fits. But I do get very frustrated if I can't get my meaning across, if the person can't understand. So I'm checking in now with you to pretty much to save her life in advance is the plan. I've got my socks. She's got her socks. What we haven't got is any stuffing. We'll have to find something to stuff it with. We're going to do that in a minute. Forgot about that.
Just do a very straight line.
And then you're done, yeah. Right, so this is what a wonderful teacher I am. I've given her the wrong instructions from the off, so I've started off wrong. We'd have to undo what I've done and start again. This is why I'm not a teacher.
I was just saying to you earlier
I've got legs.
about leaving it off.
I've got a head. Mother's got a head and she's just creating legs.
See what I mean? To be able to be television free and do this instead is probably better. Because
You could have music on or the radio if you didn't want to watch TV, couldn't you?
Yeah.
There's something for you to do while you've got the radio on.
Yeah, but the radio's not always pleasant. Not the radio.
There are other radio stations are available.
Yeah, the radio.
How are we doing, Mother?
Well, sort of.
Well, sort of.
It's beginning to be a bit hotchpotch.
It's going fine. Turns out my mother is a perfectionist, and if she can't do it perfect the first time, she doesn't want to play.
That's it. Something like that, yeah.
Nobody was ever perfect at anything the first time. Do you think when Usain Bolt took his first steps, he won a 100-metre dash or whatever it is that he does?
Probably not. Probably not. Hello.
We are finished. I don't know whether my mother has enjoyed this experience or not.
I have.
She has. Here is
I'm
mine.
exhausted.
I think he's got somewhat of a sinister expression on his face. That's the problem with stitching faces. You can't always be sure how it's going to go. And here is Mum's. Can I reach across for yours?
Of course you can.
Yours looks positively cheerful. Hers looks much happier than mine. Mine looks like he's experiencing the stress of teaching someone else how to make things. I think you've done a jolly good job, Mum. I really do. Yes, absolutely. That's Mum's. What do we think? She said to me, "You've made these before." I said, "Yes, several hundred. Several hundred of these I've made in my time." I think for a first attempt, I think that's brilliant. Well done, Mother. And well done me, because I am apparently a teacher after all. I just got home and I have a parcel all the way from Maine in the US, which I'm going to open, but I need both hands for it. Hang on, where can I... There's nowhere to prop you. I can't prop you against this dog. She won't stay still. Hang on. That rip strip did nothing. I ripped it and it's still sealed. Still sealed. Hang on, I'll be back. There are 3 items inside. A wrapped item, and an envelope, which says "To the lovely Carla." I think that's me. I am the Carla, whether I am lovely or not. Anthony's looking around for the lovely Carla off camera. He's like, "Oh, the lovely one. Where's the lovely one? Why have I got stuck with this one?" I can't open anything one-handed. Hang on. Look at that stunning card. Can you see that? It's gold foiled peacock. I know what it is. It says, "Hi Carla, enclosed is my donation to the drama fund. Couldn't find the old £20 note, but I found this current one instead." Because so this is from Carol, and she sent me a message saying that she lived in the US, but somewhere she had an old £20 note, and she believed that if she sent it to me, I could change it at the bank and donate it to the drama fund. And I said I certainly could. But so she's put, "I couldn't find the old £20 note, but I found this current one instead. So no need to exchange it at a bank. I hope you enjoy the little prezzies, and thank you so much for all you do. It is greatly appreciated and always looked forward to. Thanks so much," from Carol. Thank you very much, Carol. I will take that to the drama group and add it to their donations. I'll give it to Nick and Kath. I'm going to try and open these, but I really can't. I can't prop you. Hang on. I got it. I'm getting there. Look, Anthony, it's a gonk. You can't see how pleased Anthony is, but he's ecstatic. Just as he is ecstatic at Christmas time when all the gonks come out to play, aren't you, Anthony?
Yeah.
Absolutely overjoyed. He loves them. I love that one. Thank you very much. It's not really worth putting him away in the loft, is it? I could just leave him out until Christmas. It says great. Christmas starts. Apparently B&M started, so yeah. And then I'm opening this one now. Oh, look at this. It's a to-do list. Gonk style. Gonkage to-do list. And it's magnets to go on the fridge. Thank you so much, Carol. I love both of my gifts. And thank you very much for... Where's that? I'll put that somewhere safe. Thank you very much for that as well. Very much appreciated. Good afternoon on Friday. As you can see, we're at the unit. I finally got a pile of stuff photographed this one, a pile of clothing that's been on the side waiting to photograph for ages. So I'm here to put it away and pick up a couple of bits I've sold. And then I'm going to Costco. So Tammy and I were supposed to be going to Costco at some point this week. And it was going to be today, and then I said to her, we're going to Costco Friday. She said, oh, I'm working. So I don't know whether she'd mistaken her route or what, I'm not sure. So then I wasn't going to bother coming, and then Anthony said he wouldn't have. I just put the wrong one away, but I did put a dress away that tunic. No, I haven't, it's okay. Anthony said that he wouldn't mind going. And then he said he wouldn't be back from work until 1 o'clock. And then he said he could meet me there, and this is all very long-winded and not very interesting. Essentially, that's a dress. Dress is W. Dress is W. Dress is W. Essentially, I'm getting done what I need to do here. I can't get words out now. And then I'm meeting Anthony at Costco. The bonus of going to Costco with Anthony rather than Natalie is I will spend a lot less. Because Anthony is impatient to leave. Wherever we go, whatever we're doing, he's impatient for it to be over with.
Attention all safe store customers. If you're driving a white Peugeot van, if you could please turn off your car alarm. It's for a white Peugeot van parked near reception. Thank you.
I am not driving a white Peugeot van. That's not me. Not guilty. I don't know what I was saying now though. It wasn't important, was it? None of it's ever important. LMNOP. And again. Yeah, Anthony, well, no matter what we're doing, he's always impatient for it to be over. So, I won't be in Costco very long. I won't spend very much money. Right, I need to pick up the Morris Gleitzman books. I believe one of you guys has purchased those. Certainly somebody's purchased them. I think about one of you guys. A Pampered Chef spoon and an LK Bennett top, I think it was, JKL, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, yeah. Maybe it's a jumper. It's not in that box. Maybe I put it in the wrong box. Maybe I've hidden it, maybe we'll find. I'll never find it no matter how I try. But maybe here today, if I'm a lucky girl, it'll be in this box, maybe. Yes. Sorry, hints of Annie coming through there from the other night. I say hints because it wasn't very recognisable as Annie, was it? Oh, okay. I dropped off, I picked up, let's go to Costco. coming. Oh, Anthony and I have just finished at Costco. I did not film anything in there because it is heaving in there today. The world and his wife and his mother-in-law are all in Costco. I think it's the first time in my life that I have left Costco without a hot dog or a jacket potato or a soda. And it's definitely the first time I've left without any real treaty bits. I bought a pack of bottled water. I don't think I bought any. I don't know. I didn't even buy the broccoli salad. I always buy the broccoli salad, and then what happens is I have one portion and it goes in the bin. And I thought I probably won't eat a whole portion now, so. I did buy myself a pair of shoes. They had Skechers for £22. So I did treat myself to those. However, I still managed to spend, despite having not bought myself anything lovely, £170. It's not all mine. Some of it is Natalie's Red Bull. I think about maybe 30 odd quid was Natalie's. She had Red Bull and a case of water. And then some of it's Tammy's drinks. And I bought things like there's a big double pack of the shampoo that I use. And I bought one once before, and I think it lasted about 2 years. It's so huge, it's two massive things. It sits on the bathroom windowsill, out of sight. And I'm the only one who uses it. And I think it lasted me about 2 years. It's really nice shampoo. Oh, it's the L'Oreal Dream Lengths. And it's gone now, so I did get one of those. I got a carbonara for tonight's dinner, because all the family like the ready-made carbonara that they do here. I got fabric softener. I must have got something more than that for 170 quid, but I'm blowed if I know what it was. Anthony's got my receipt, so I'll have a look when I get home. Yeah, £170. I must have got more than I've just read off, surely. But yeah, I think about 45 to 50 quid of it is Tammy's and Nat's. So I bought a big thing of vanilla extract, big bottle of that was about £12. They don't do their own one. I specifically went there today for vanilla extract, and I wanted the Costco Kirkland one, and they didn't have it. They only had the Nielsen Massey, is it, I think, which is a very good one, but the bottle's not as big as the Costco one. Anyway, and I didn't sit on my couch. Every time I go, I sit on my couch and I say to my couch, I'm coming back for you one day. It's only about £1,000 this couch, and I absolutely love it, but I've never quite got the money at the right time, at the right moment, or whatever. And every time I go, I sit on my couch and I tell it that one day I'm coming back for it. And I didn't even do that today. So my poor neglected couch thinks I don't love it. My fridge isn't there anymore. I used to sit on my couch and tell my couch I was coming back for it one day, and then there was a fridge that I used to go and stroke and tell that I was coming back for it one day, and that's not there anymore. That's been so long since I haven't been able to get that fridge that it's not even there. But I'm blowed if I know what else I spent my money on. Oh, I got oil for the car. That was £35 on its own, so that's a big chunk of it, isn't it? Anyway, I'll show you when we get home. I didn't do too bad a job. I remember what I bought. So some of this is Anthony's. Anthony bought a petrol system cleaner for his car, and I got the shampoo, as I told you. This is the L'Oreal Dream Lengths shampoo. That'll last me for ages. Big thing of vanilla extract. The oil for the car, the softener. I remembered about those. I forgot about the Win-A-Lot. I bought Molly some Win-A-Lot. These are my new Skechers. Those were, I think they were £22. They're a UK 7. I hope they fit. Yeah, £22. They're very nice. They've got the Swift Fit backs on them. And then Natalie's got Red Bull. Two different lots of Red Bull. A crate of water for Anthony and a crate of water for Natalie. Anthony's bought himself a crate of Lucasade hydration drinks and Pepsi Max Cherry. And then these are Tammy's. She's got 2 of these cans of Aspire healthy energy stuff. Oh God, it's heavier than it looks. Aspire Healthy Energy, 0 sugar, 0 calories, natural caffeine, blah, blah, blah. So she's got that in raspberry and mango lemonade, and then the other one is mixed berry and strawberry watermelon or something. And then, is that all I got for myself? I think that's all I got for myself is the perfectly clear water. And the shoes, obviously. Shoes and water is all I got for me. Anthony's bought himself a pair of trousers, and there's our carbonara. I seem to have spent 170 quid on shoes and water. Any second now my alarm is going to go off to ring my mother. So if I get cut off mid-sentence, that's what's happening. It is 7:30. I'm just about to get into bed. I know it's early, but I'm going to do some editing in bed. I'm going to ring my mum, do some editing. I'm very tired. Alarm went off. I am very tired, but I want to get at least one video edited before I call it a day. I've done my parcels. They're ready to go in the morning. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I am. I've got 2 loads of laundry done today and been to Costco and been to the unit. I suppose I've achieved a fair amount. But I'm working tomorrow and Sunday, so it had to be done today. Right, let's get this editing done and ring me mother. Not necessarily in that order. Good morning. It's Saturday and I am working today. Very slight headache. Hoping it will dissipate rather than... What's the opposite of dissipate? Increase, build, aggravate, dissipate. Don't know. I don't know. I'll have to ask the internet what the opposite of dissipate is. But you know what I mean? Dissolve and go away rather than increase and build and get worse. Because yeah, work today. I've got my my warmer work uniform on. I've got 2 levels of work clothes. One is summery lightweight and one is thicker, and I put the thicker one on because it was cold in the night. And I know I complained endlessly I was too hot, and now you can hear me going, wasn't it cold? But it's more the contrast. I'm still very happy with the weather overall. It's a lovely bright sunny day. I've not got greyness, I've not got any misery. I was just surprised at the contrast last night because I was chilly in my bed. Right, off to work. This evening Natalie is having a Chinese takeaway with her friends, and she invited me to partake in a little bit of it. Obviously there's no point me ordering a Chinese dish or whatever because I can't eat it, but she said, well, if we have takeaway you can have a little bit of ours, which would be nice because I haven't had Chinese for ages. Obviously I have to be very, very careful about what I eat, and it will only be a very small quantity. But it will be nice to socialise. I'm also really missing, I went an Indian takeaway for months, but I'm very, very wary about whether I will be able to tolerate spice. Obviously, you know, I've got a very mild palate anyway. I'd say obviously you know, there's no reason why you should know, but you may know I've got a very mild palate anyway. So I'm very much a korma person. But for a lot of people after gastric surgery, any kind of spicy food doesn't hit properly, you know, doesn't land right. So if and when I have that, that will be very much a small amount test, see where it goes, take it from there. So I think you're wonking. Quick Saturday morning wonk, is it? I believe you are. Anyway, I will see you this evening after work.
Much later.
I am home from work. Hi, you okay? Apparently I've been missed. Hi. Hi. You're very beautiful. Is that what you wanted? There we go, good girl. I am home from work. 5:30. Tammy doesn't finish till 7, and apparently we're doing Chinese after that, so I've got a couple of hours to fill. And what I'm going to do is get changed and do some eBay. I've got several bags of unlisted stock in this room, so I'm going to sit here and list until I'm wanted elsewhere. I have a laptop, I have this bag of stuff, I have this very serious dog to make sure I get some work done. Let's see how we get on. I've got a tiny bowl of Chinese, and I don't know how much of it I'll manage. There's a bit of chow mein, 2 spring rolls, a prawn toast and a chicken ball. If you look at my hand, that's how big the bowl is. And a few minutes later I am beaten. I cannot eat any more of that. I ate 1 spring roll, 1 piece of prawn toast, 2 mouthfuls of chow mein and a bit of a chicken ball. But it's okay because somebody here is going to help me with anything I can't manage, aren't you? Yeah. Good morning on Sunday. I have just been to the car boot sale. I meant to film some stuff and completely forgot. And I've just dropped Anthony and Bella off at the top of the road so they can walk home through the fields. And I've got to go home and get changed for work. Got some interesting stuff this morning. Nothing that's going to make me a millionaire, obviously. But it was surprisingly underpopulated at the boot sale today. There were fewer sellers and fewer buyers. I was chatting to Sarah, who runs Steve's store with him. I don't know what their connection is. I don't know whether they're brother and sister or Mr. and Mrs. or what. I've no idea. But she was saying that their takings are approximately half what they used to be. So it's definitely. I said I don't think it's advertised enough. It's the guy puts it on Facebook, but nobody else really knows about it. You know. So I think they could advertise it more because it's the only boot sale in this area on a Sunday. Anyway, I've got to go home, get my face on, and go to work pretty much. This evening I have to make some Biscoff cookies. Natalie's friend at work has asked me to make some Biscoff cookies. So yeah, oh there's Natalie and the dogs now. She can't see me. This is my opportunity to get in the house without the dogs saying hello, which sounds horrible. It's lovely that they say hello, but I've got to get in the house with bags, and getting in the house with bags of stuff without the dog saying hello is a lot easier. Car paid the DM right out of that.
One shift later.
When I left home this morning, I had this niggle that there was something I hadn't done. I couldn't work out what it was. I was like, I brought my lunch and I brought this and I brought that and I've done this and I've done that and I can't work out what the niggle is. Hang on 2 seconds. And now I remember. Because I have to make these Biscoff cookies tonight, I intended to freeze the blobs of Biscoff for the whole day while I was at work, so they would be frozen ready for me to start when I got home, and that is what I forgot to do. So now I have to go home, make blobs of Biscoff and freeze them, and they've got to freeze for like an hour before I can make the cookies. 6 o'clock I've got to take Nat's car up to Nat at work to pick her and her friend up so that Nat can drive her friend home. So if I go home now, stick the blobs of Biscoff in the freezer now. They'll take about an hour to freeze. I should have just about enough time to knock the cookies up, I think. Cutting it a bit fine though. Cutting it a bit fine. The Biscoff is in the freezer and I am just about to get changed. And then I remembered that I didn't do this yesterday. So yesterday I finished 2 books in one day. So the first one that I finished was the Case of the Tenpenny Tontine, which is another anti-Beaujolais mystery by PJ Fitzsimmons. This is now the 3rd one I've read. Apparently there's about 12. I think I said last time it's growing on me a bit. The style of writing is growing me a bit. It's similar to Woodhouse. It's not the same. It's not the same as PG Woodhouse, but then what could be? But it's similar-ish. You can see the nod to it. And there's occasional really nice turn of phrase, which I enjoy. So, again, as always, I'll link it here if you want it. So that's £5 going into my tin. £5 for every book I read this year, just in case. I always say that every time in case nobody's seen this before and don't know what I'm on about. And then also yesterday on audiobook, I finished Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. The more Austen I read, and bear in mind I've read them all multiple times. I think I've read all of Austen several times now. But I don't know if it's the fact that I am now post-menopausal or whatever and I feel differently about it. But nearly all of the people in them are annoying. There are very few characters in an Austen book that don't piss me off. I don't know if that's because of the difference in thinking from 1780 to 2026. I don't know, but I don't know. Nearly everybody in the... I just said it wasn't Sense and Sensibility, it was Mansfield Park. Just finished Mansfield Park. Do you know, something niggled in my brain after I'd said it. So it's Mansfield Park. And the heroine of Mansfield Park is Fanny Price. And she falls in love with her cousin Edmund, and of course that's fine and okay, or at least it was more okay then. I think it's less okay now, but it's still legal. Anyway, I don't particularly like Fanny Price. I find her an annoying, smug, little priggish person. I don't particularly like Edmund, also quite priggish. I suppose they go quite well together. I didn't have much of an affinity with any of the characters. And like I said, I've read it before. I don't remember it striking me this way before, but this time around I was like, oh, I don't like any of you. Maybe I'm just grumpy. But anyway, that's gone in, so that's another £5 in the tin. I am torn because I want to have my eyebrows microbladed, and I could use the money in here for that. But I made an appointment to have my eyebrows microbladed for the 1st of September. So I really want to carry on this on for the whole year and see how it goes. So I can't use it for eyebrows, can I? Because that would involve opening it early, and that would be cheating. So I don't know what I'm going to use this for. Still don't know. There's quite a few fivers in there now though, so it'd be nice when I open it. It'd be nice to see how many books I've actually read this year. Right, I'm going to get changed. I'm going to go downstairs and record the car boot haul for this morning, and then it should be time to make the cookies. Cookies are out of the oven. They need to cool before being finished off. We've got one casualty. See this poor guy at the back with the wound? I cooked 6 on this tray and 4 on this tray, and as I pulled that guy off, he bled to death from underneath. So I should have left them on the tray a bit longer. Either that or I didn't put enough cookie underneath the filling on that one. I'm not sure which. But I'm sure somebody in the family will eat that one. And then when I come back, they're getting a drizzle of Biscoff spread and some Biscoff crumb. But before that can happen, I've got to go and grab Natalie and Sophia, and then Natalie's going to drive Sophia home. So I need Natalie's keys, not mine. That's that one. I need mine as well to get back in the house. I'm back. I'm going to finish these cookies off. And then my work here is done. There we go. Looking pretty good. That one's going to be nuts. Nom, nom, nom. Well, it's 7:30, but before I call it a day, I want to draft those 2 bags there. Did you see those? Those 2 bags. I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. I'm going to sit here and draft those 2. And then that'll be it for today. And that'll be it for this week's waffle. So, I am tired already. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.